Namaste and greetings, my beautiful queens, my beautiful girls. I decided to go to one card. Why? You know already me. Lots of you know me a lot that I can use 2, 3, 5 decks in readings. I can do it. I do it. I use it. But the thing is, each card is a very deep and it's a whole universe, and you might believe me or believe me not, I'm gonna give you much more information when I just do one card. What I want to do this month, I want to concentrate in months of May. Crazy energies again. Everything is changing, changes constantly. Yesterday's one thing, today is another thing. Lots of energies are changing in the months of May. So what is the question? Excuse me if I'm gonna do this. I'm sorry many times. What is that I wanna do? I already I don't want to put the cards down. I already did. I already concentrated, meditated. It just I can really concentrate while pulling each card to each specific number. Then when I just lay them down, they gonna be more correct. The question I want to ask my beautiful queens is, what should be my next step? And my beautiful girls, you know I am the of course the relationship, emotions and feelings. What is that I do? How is that I can tell you what's going on, in what you should do, what you shouldn't do. Of course, it's always your choice, but I've had abilities in getting into another person emotions and feelings sent to the very core, so I can say this man or this woman behaves such and such way because of this and this, and you can expect from her or him to do this, or you cannot, because by his nature excuse me, I'm gonna be doing this. By his nature, let me breathe some of this salt. By his nature, he's not capable of doing that. So you can wait for next 20 years. That's not going to happen. So the question is, what should be my next step? Of course, this is about a relationship, about love relationship, and whatever your relationship are, especially for those of you who watched my previous video. Twin flames can and should choose their soulmate, or to be with a soulmate. I'm breathing this pink salt. If he chose to be away from you. So now you're confused. Your mind and heart, your spirits and your emotions. So let us see. What should be your next step? What you should or should not do? Choose one card out of 6. Number 1, один. Number 2, 2. Number 3, 3. 4, 4. 5, 5. 6, 6. And in this reading, you can choose more than one. And believe it or not, my beautiful queens, if you're watching this video, sometimes, because I noticed it in myself, that it's good to watch the whole video, everything, because there might be a message in each one of the cards. When you feel this vibration in your heart chakra, it's a message for you. If you don't feel it there, it's not for you. For those of you who, put a stamps, timestamps, thank you very much. So now concentrate for a moment. Choose either one number or choose 2, 3, whatever you feel like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What should I do? What I should not do? What is my next step? Me and him. What is my next step, what I should or should not do. So let's go to it. Beautiful queens, for those of you who need to get in touch with me, everything is written under the video. Number one. Okay. Very complicated. So first of all, I will try to be short, but it's complicated for me to be short as I know too much. You are stuck. You are stuck in this. First of all, it could be, it's a very this card signifying there is a third party relationship, whether your man is married, you are married, or both of you are married. So you are completely stuck. You do not know what exactly to do. This is the crisis in relationship. You are blindfolded, your hands are tied, the thoughts are around you, you do not know what is your next step supposed to be, what you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do. Sometimes, very often, these are your not how the things truly and really are. You can step out of it, but your inner fears, your inner doubts, your inner not being able to determine what it is and how it is, you feel you do not know where exactly to do. So in this situation, the advice is stop being this victim of circumstances and come out of it. In this situation, unfortunately, this is a card of if you expect any significant steps from the man you are thinking about and asking about, unfortunately, this talks about not this man not being able or not wanting or not willing to do any steps you expect or want from him, whether he promised you or something or not. So you need to take control over your life. You gave control. It's almost the card of a devil, but you gave control fully to a man you love. And the crisis of relationship, because you're stuck, you are completely stuck, you don't know what is hidden, you don't know what is really there, you feel like any step you make is you're gonna lose him or make lose him. You don't know what to do, you don't know if you want to come out of it or you want to stay in it. The advice of the card: do not stay in it. You gave control of a situation to the other party, to your man. Okay, you limited yourself, you tied your eyes, tied your hand, limited yourself. Unfortunately, whatever situation is right now, my beautiful queens, whoever chose this shows that the situation in the nearest future, probably in a further away future, is not going to change. Anyhow, you understand it, you realize it, but still you're afraid to come out of it. Advice of the card: come out of it, get back control. Excuse me. And you think you're stuck, you think that this card has a meaning of the life behind the glass, you feel you're stuck, but you are not. You can remove this ties, you can remove this this scarf off of your eyes and start doing the steps towards your own fulfillment and your own joy and your own happiness. This is a sleeping beauty kind. Get up, remove, because unfortunately what comes to your man, whatever it is now, this is how it's going to be. He's not going to do any other steps because he considers that this is how it is, nothing can be done. So you need to take control over your life and take all this what is limiting you. This, my beautiful queens, is number one. Number two, what should I do? What should I not do? Five of coins. Why so sad? You know what they say about this card? Excuse me. The card good for bad for finances and bad for any situation, and kind of good for love. Why is it kind of good for love? It's not really that good for love, but kind of good for love. Why? Because you are in a situation where you and him pretty much have to, instead of enjoying being in love with each other and together with each other, unfortunately, Five of Pentacles talks about that you, either one of you suffering, or both of you are suffering. It's the union, you and him, is something which society absolutely would never accept. Whatever it's your society in a as small as your family, his family, your family is never going to take him, his family never going to take you. Or it's a society in a larger scale, so on and so on. It's we love each other, we suffer with each other, and it's not joy and laughter and happiness joining you, bringing you two together, but it's more pain and suffering, uh, which connects you two together. Pretty sad situation. What is that you're supposed to do? What is advice of Five of Pentacles when it comes to love and relationship? The advice of Five of Pentacles tells you that unfortunately, again, another situation when in a nearest future you cannot expect much of a changes. But also in your case, it's not every time, but I feel vibrationally in your case that you're giving much more that you're receiving. And this love, which includes more pain and suffering than it includes joy and laughter, unfortunately is not a very good thing. You put up with the situation and you just keep on hanging on. He put up with the situation and he keeps on hanging on. It's almost you gave up on the things are ever gonna change, so on and so on. Sometimes it's a separation, you are in separation with each other. Also sometimes it means that you are tired of each other already, but you still keep on being together because something there connects you connects you to. And one of you is crying and one of you is probably sometimes acts cold, sometimes acts hot. Anyway, it's a love suffer. It's absolutely excruciating. It's absolutely, you are tired of it. Either two of you tired, of both of you tired. Also, your man is using you for resources he doesn't have. It can be money because it's pentacles, but most of you, you're his spiritual food, his emotional food, sometimes his sexual food. So we can be talking about negative aspects of love, when love should not be suffering and pain. Advice advice for you here, what should you do? Naturally you have to ask yourself, do I want to keep on suffering, or I want to get out of this situation? Again, unfortunately the card doesn't give much hope for the future. So, but this card tells you you are the master of your own life, and you want to stay in this. It's going to keep on being like this. You want to come out of it, then come out of it. But sometimes this card might need more more cards to look into it. Not a very not very many good news. Number 3, my beautiful girls, I'm sorry, don't shoot a messenger. I'm just a messenger. I'm just telling you what is there. Number 3, okay, 3 of Cups. What you should do, not bad card at all this time, not bad. Unfortunately, I'm going to start with a bad thing. This card is one of the signifying cards in minor arcanas of, again, number 3. What is number 3? Third party relationship, more than one person, either one of you married, both of you married, or one of you married. So a third party relationship, what do you see here? 3 women here. So if you are dealing with that, then several things you need to understand in this card. Girls want to have fun. First of all, a man who you are with really enjoys his time with you. But unfortunately, talking about something which might last for quite a bit of time, we cannot talk here. Again, needs more cards here, but what are we talking about? Yes, so far it's good between you two. So far it's nice. So far it's sometimes this card even not very often, but you see this card has several meanings. So you could be dealing with a third party, but it's also very romantic card. But you also have to be aware that sometimes a man who's signifying Three of Cups loves to flirt. Not necessarily he's sleeping around, but likes to flirt with other women. But this is a positive card for love or relationship, but it's that stage of love relationship where you are enchanted or with each other, and there is a certain type of harmony in between you two. It's you sharing your love with him, he's sharing his love with you. You are feeling really good and beautiful and wonderful together. So you are in love. It's a romantic card, it's a good card, so on and so on. But the advice for you, what you need to do next in this situation is you do not ever should lose this. You need to be careful what is there, because this can mean so many things. But if we are looking for your advice for the future, for your next step, for the future, please see if this man is really what you want, if this man is really the man you want to be with. And if he is, then you need to always keep the feeling of joy and being in love and enjoying each other alive. If something goes wrong with this man, what should be the main criteria of you staying with your partner or leaving your partner is that you have to enjoy. As soon as you stop enjoying and it starts hurting and it starts being bringing you sadness and dissatisfaction and more question than answers, you need to thank this man and leave him behind and move on. Why? Because you have you have a very the energy of a healer, the sparkly white light. You are naturally on a high frequency vibration, and you need to stay in high frequency vibration. If this man starts to disappoint you, starts to tell you one thing, do another thing, starts to put you at the last place in his priorities, then this is something you need to leave. And you are this kind of a woman who you are one man, a woman. You need to be loved, to cherished and adored. If something is not like that there, you need to come out of it. This is number 3. Number 4. All right, 7 of how excuse me, how often do I see this card? I cannot even tell you how often I see this card. So nothing really bad happening, but nothing really that good happening. It's just you do not know what is going on. Your main question is in this card is sounds like this: and what is next? What is next? You are looking at the situation, and depending on the situation, you're asking yourself a question. Okay, am I happy or I'm not happy? I am not sure I need to stay. I am not sure I need to go. I am not sure he's gonna stay where he is. I'm not sure he's gonna do anything like this. Right here, my beautiful girls, this needs to be looked into. But positive meaning of this card, it does have positive meaning. that slowly but surely the relationship will be developing, so, but very slowly, very slowly. What are we having? One of the partner resisting, and it's your man. One of the partner wants to, you're ready to commit or be together or something, and it's you. When it's gonna happen, we do not know. According to this card, we cannot say for sure. So this card is a typical card of the garden. Of course, in order to get your harvest, you cannot get the harvest of apples in May and June. You need to wait until the autumn comes, and then you're gonna get your apples. So two things: either your relationship are gonna be developing further, or it's gonna be hanging on and just gonna stay the way it is. So your next step should be determined only your own. You need to look at your specific situation. If it had been this way, excuse me, if it had been this way for, I don't know, 2, 3, 5 years, it's just you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and he's not doing anything, then you have absolute right to leave this garden which is not giving you the apples and go to the garden which is going to give you apples, peaches, and cherries. This decision, what to do next, only depends on your own situation, my beautiful girls. If it wasn't, nothing was happening, and you don't really love me, you just keep me hanging on, I cannot sing, then you need to decide, do you want to stay there and wait forever until he does something, or you need to leave, depending on your situation. If it's clear to you this is how he wants to keep it and this is how he wants it to stay, then walk away. Very often, I've seen this card a lot in twin flame dynamic, when a man chooses to stay in 3D and female is waiting until the idiot wakes up and actually does something. Then she keeps on waiting, 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 waiting. She just walks away and elsewhere, when she can have her garden and her flowers and her fruits. So it depends on you, or consult with somebody about this situation, but usually you are very intuitive according to the Seven of Pentacles, and you pretty much know what to do. Number five. Number five, my beautiful girls. Okay, another one. I cannot believe, this deck is scary accurate. I'm all of my decks are scary accurate, but this a gift of Ciro Marchetti. To my huge surprise, his gift to me, this deck, and it's really, really scary accurate. And even you see how even if it's a choose the card, but look how each of the card actually shows that each one of you, whoever is there choosing the card, is in this situation when I do not know what exactly to do. So Two of Swords and your veil here. Your hands are free. You can remove that veil. So again, another very questionable, like my mom says, another very questionable type of relationship. You are asking yourself many questions, and you are having lots of this inner dialogues with yourself and with the shade of your partner, especially if you're a twin flame. You're having conversations with his soul, and his soul is telling you one thing, but unfortunately his physical body acts absolutely different to whatever his soul is telling you. And there comes this situation when you don't trust him. You don't trust you. You doubt him, you doubt you. You're hesitating, he's hesitating. You're skeptical, he's skeptical. You doubt, he doubt. You are sure in absolutely nothing. You're not even sure you should have started it. You're not even sure you should have, he should have done this. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. So there is a problem, of course. And the positive meaning of this card is that you have lots in common, but it's a sword and a sword. Unfortunately, you are trying to be diplomatic with him. You're trying to be diplomatic. You're trying to be understanding. You're trying to be very, very patient. You're trying to be like a mama, a sister, a friend, a lover, anything and everything to him. But unfortunately, it's already been lasting for too long, and your partner is emotionally closed. So he's not opening up to you. He's not opening his heart to you, not opening his life to you, so on and so on. You are sick and tired of this. So the situation, unfortunately, again, is not showing developing and moving anywhere anytime. Anytime soon. So what is an advice to you here? Remove this veil and stop closing your eyes to how the things truly deeply are. Here you are trying to shut, not to listen to your intuition. Big mistake. You're trying to be logical here, and your intuition screams to you, listen, it's like this, it's like this and like this, but you are still this man is still dear to you. You don't know what to do. Remove this veil, take control into your hands, and see how things truly and deeply are, and have the courage to face the truth and to decide what to do about it. You can stay in this situation if you need time to really truly see what is there. All right. uh, but you have to also sometime soon have a courage to see how things really is, because sometimes you see this veil is like, I don't want to see how it is. It's this Slavic expression, I'm living with the pink glasses on. I don't want to see how the truth is. So the card tells you, please get the courage to see how it is and to decide what you really and truly want. Face yourself finally and do what you really truly want. Is if you doing something what really is not agreeing with you, then this has to stop. And the last one, number 6 of Chiro Marchetti deck. Okay, I don't even have to do have to say anything else. Higher Priestess. I can talk about this card for the rest of the day today, or I can say in 3 words. There is only, please, those of you who chose it, if you do not know about this card, of course, there is not enough information, but there is still enough information in online. Please go on Google and write High Priestess meaning and read everything you can about it. It's gonna give you more ideas about it. But High Priestess is lots of you are twin flames. High Priestess is the out of this world being, but pretty much every one of you, I'm not trying to flatter you, but every one of you who are signed up to my channel are High Priestesses. This is why I call you my queens, my High Priestesses. So the only choice you need to do is according, you already know every answer to every question, and in his life you're a secret woman. He's not very many people, or probably nobody knows about you. Yes, you are a treasure. Yes, you are his higher self. Yes, you are his soul, blah 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 blah, but still he keeps you a secret, and still no much he's doing. So what to do and not what to do. Yes, there is an inner connection. Yes, it's a karmic soulmate or twin flame, even though I swear to myself I'm not gonna say a word twin flame. I constantly, but I keep on saying it. But only your intuition must determine your actions. If you don't listen to your intuition and you try to follow your mind, the consequences, unfortunately, are very sad, because you are someone who already knows the answer. You have access to mystical knowledge. They are inside of you. Even if you forgot about them, they are in there in you. You You must understand your power and your intuition, your voice of your higher self, and your inner voice has to be the only way you decide what to do with your life or with your relationship. You are rarely with just random people. All people you attract into your life were connected to your soul, whether on this earth, on other, this dimension or the other. And you need to determine what is that you want, connect with that higher self of yours, which is higher priestess, and decide what you need to do. This is perfection of a earthy woman, of non-earthy woman as well. This is what you need to do. Decide what you need to do only intuitively. Don't listen to nobody. You must listen only to your higher self and to you. This, my beautiful girls, I hope was helpful. I hope I will do a couple more videos like this today and tomorrow. It's difficult because I still have this cough. I am wishing you all the most beautiful things in the world, and remember, your own joy and happiness, your own feeling on high frequency vibration should determine all your actions. It's about you. The time when it was about somebody else, about your family, about your duties, about your twin flame, about your man, are gone. It is about you, your power and your joy and your happiness. Shine. It's your time to shine. Namaste.